CEO Interview is the program for us to invite senior execs from the companies with great growth potential. The talk presents the opportunity for the audience to get the direct information and updates from such companies up close and personal. Are you ready? Let's go! Okay, good morning, Scott. How are you doing?
Good, thanks, Gilbert.
Yes, thank you for joining us here today for the interview. Thank you for having the time here.
No worries, yeah. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, maybe you can just start off by telling a bit about the background of your company, Blackstone Minerals.
Yeah, so at Blackstone Minerals, we have a portfolio of projects around the world, so an international portfolio of battery and precious metals exploration and development projects. Our flagship asset is the Ta Khoa Nickel Project in northern Vietnam. We also have assets in Canada and Western Australia. But yeah, our focus is nickel sulfide in northern Vietnam at the Ta Khoa Nickel Project.
Wow, that looks exciting. Can you just tell us a bit about the recent, we just heard about the recent news hot off the press a couple of days ago, that a strategic investment from Korean group. Can you tell us a bit about the details about the strategic investment?
Yeah, no worries. So EcoPro is the largest cathode manufacturer in South Korea and one of the largest in the world. So I think we're second largest cathode manufacturer in the world. So EcoPro build the cathode for the lithium-ion battery. And the cathode is made up of a number of metals, but nickel is the main metal in the cathode for the lithium-ion battery. So EcoPro need to supply many tons of nickel for the lithium-ion industry. And we are very happy to have partnership with EcoPro. And we will now look to build a joint venture company, and we will build a downstream processing facility in northern Vietnam. So yeah, this is a first of many, we think, many investments from EcoPro, and a very long relationship we will build over many years to produce the cathode material for the lithium-ion battery.
So very, very exciting to hear. Maybe just talk about your flagship project in Vietnam, the nickel project over there. What kind of work have you done so far up to date?
Yeah, so we acquired the asset nearly 12 months ago. So 1 year, we've done many drilling programs already. We've drilled one ore body, or our first ore body, which is the Ban Phuc disseminated ore body. We have 4 drill rigs operating on that first ore body. But I think the other thing to remember is the previous owners have already done a lot of work for us. So they sunk $130 million into the mine. So this was an operating mine in the year 2013 to the year 2016. And during that time that it operated, it was a very successful mine, but it had to close it's now in care and maintenance mode, which happened in 2016, which was the very low of the nickel price. So the nickel price when this mine closed was $8,000 US per ton, and we're now much higher nickel price. And the previous owners of the mine didn't do any exploration or any geology for the next future of the mine, and they had to close the mine because they didn't do the required geological exploration. So we have come, in the last 12 months, we've discovered more ore bodies of nickel sulfide, and we believe that this mine will be operated for the next 10 to 20 years.
Wow. Can you also share with us some of the, let's say, the infrastructure and also about the permitting process by working in Vietnam?
Yeah, so the previous owners have built a nickel concentrator, and they've also built a modern mechanized underground nickel mine. So this is a mine that's built to a world-class standard. So it was built by Australian engineers and Australian metallurgists. So we have all the I suppose, existing infrastructure for a nickel mine, and the permitting process from here, we would need to amend the current mining permit. So the current mining permit is for the underground mine, but we now need to amend that permit. We think we will need a permit for open pit mining. So the ore body we have just recently drilled, we believe may be an open pit mine. So we now need to amend that permit with the government in Vietnam, and that will take about a 12-month process to amend the permit, and then we will look to build an open pit mine over the coming years.
Wow. So what sort of planning do you have for this year for the work, and what do you see, how long would it take to resume the production again for the project?
Yeah, so we'll continue to drill and explore for other ore bodies. So we're ongoing drilling. We'll continue, we won't stop drilling. At the same time, we have many studies to complete. So we have a scoping study, which will be in August, September. Before the scoping study, we need to do our maiden resource. So so we can show to the ASX investors how much nickel is in the ore body that we just drilled. So maiden resource in June, July of this year, and then scoping study. And then we'll go straight into the next stage of study, which is pre-feasibility study. And then we'll go to a definitive feasibility study in 12 to 18 months. So in 12 to 18 months, we'll be looking to rebuild the mine. And then so we will be building in 2022. And then we will be mining in 2023. So about a 2 to 3 year process to get this mine back up into production.
So it's not too long time to see, 2 to 3 years. It's coming along very quickly. So compared to most other, I would say, developing companies and even junior exploration, of course, it's much faster to production.
Yeah, the reason why we're confident in that timeline is because of the strategic partner with their ability to help fund it. So what's happening with a lot of development, mining development companies is they're finding it hard to find the funds to develop the mine. We now have the partner that will support us with the required capital funding, and we believe that that's why we can achieve those timelines. So most of the mines that are looking to be developed are struggling to find the necessary capital to fund them. So we have that capital will be coming from our partner, which is EcoPro. So we have a relationship where we will share the funding for the development. So we are confident we can, I suppose, fast track and beat our peers and our competitors to build the mine before the other competitors.
So with Blackstone focusing so much on this flagship nickel project in Vietnam, and what happened to your other assets? Any opportunities that you can work on those or spin out some of your assets?
Yeah, so our second priority asset is the British Columbia asset, where we originally were looking for cobalt. That asset now has a lot of gold and copper associated with it. So we're looking for partners, farm-in partners for the British Columbia asset. So we're looking for gold or copper-focused mining companies to be our partner, but we're also considering spin-off or separating the assets into different entities. We have some very exciting nickel and gold exploration in Kalgoorlie in Western Australia also. So yeah, we will continue to explore our other assets, but they are lower priority. We are looking for partners, and we will consider spin-off or spin-out scenarios.
Yeah, so in conclusion to the almost every interview that I'm in, I always ask the CEO this question, and is why should the investor consider investing into your company, Blackstone, at this point, or why do you think the company is undervalued?
Yeah, so we believe we are one of the only companies with a strategic partner that allows us to develop a downstream nickel product for the lithium-ion battery industry. So all of our peers are, I suppose, in an inferior situation where they don't have the partner that will help them fund their mines back into production or development. So we believe that we will beat our peers into production because of our strategic relationships in South Korea. So we believe that will put us in a stronger position, and we will be one of the better nickel companies to invest in over the medium and long term.
It's a pleasure for having an interview with you, Scott, today, and thank you for your time again.
Thanks, Gilbert. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you.
So until next time, thank you.